transform the project management office work from just being busy to actually creating value. So the question that I have for everybody is that are we actually busy? Are we actually impactful, or we are just busy? Yes, we are attending our team stand up, work is happening, the teams are active, we have a lot of projects we are doing, we are achieving our milestones, we are completing our deliverables, and we are fulfilling the necessary commitments. But beyond all that, are we actually creating value? All the activities we are doing, is it actually translating to impact? So PMO, which is stands for Project Management Office, in this case, is more than just a process. It's not just joining the stand up and saying that, oh, these are my activities for the day, these are the things I'm doing. It's not just about structure and control. It's not just having the overhead governance of the tasks or activities, but it's actually aligning alignment, value and impact. Is when you align, make sure that the work you do align with being valuable and being impactful. So PMO is actually success. Okay. So the question right here is does work why work doesn't always translate to value. So why is it that even if I work and work all day, it doesn't mean that I'm actually dispensing that same amount of value. The first point here says that there are too many activities and unclear outcomes. When there are a lot of activities, when you have a lot of tasks to do, but you really don't know the reason why you are doing that, there's really no outcome. There's no way you will measure it. There's no way you would know that, oh, this activities, is it actually being successful or not? So it actually makes our work not translated to value. When we track what we do, we are not tracking the things we are achieving, but just how many tasks we have for the day. And also misaligned priorities. When we have a lot of projects competing for resources and we don't have clear filters on, okay, which ones are the high priority projects, which one are the low priority projects, which one will actually translate to more value, and we prioritize working on what's urgent and not what is important. For example, you can actually want to work on a document, on editing a document. Fine, it's cool, but is it actually creating value? After you're done with editing that old document, taking your whole day, is it actually something that is creating value at that point in time, or is something that you can actually just schedule within time and do it some other time? So it's misaligning priorities will actually make work not translate to value. Even though you do a lot of things, it won't translate to value. And then efforts without measurable impact. When you cannot measure the impact of your efforts, yes, you are delivering your tasks, deliverables are there, you are attending the team stand up, you are doing everything, the tasks are assigned to you, but you cannot quantify the success rate. You can't quantify, okay, if this is actually impactful or not. So the main point of everything is the fact that because you are busy does not necessarily mean that you are impactful. Because you have a lot of activity doesn't mean that you're actually achieving something. So what is the foundation of the project management office? We have the projects, we have the products, we have the service, and we have the portfolio. A project is something temporary. It is a defined work. It has specific deliverables and timeline. For example, now creating a mobile app is a project. The main point of the project is to create a mobile app. Let's say the timeline is within 6 months. So that is a project. And a product is what we deliver, the output that meets the specific needs. So after we are done with the project, the product is actually that mobile app. Let's say the app is actually a weather app. That weather app is a product, but creating that app is a project in itself. Then we have service. Service is a value, continuous value through ongoing support and enablement. So service basically here is, okay, how the people that are using this, how is this app serving them? How is this app actually making life easier for them? How is this app making things better for them? How are we serving them through this weather app? And then portfolio is basically the combination of different projects and different products. And portfolio is very, very important because it helps in having strategic direction and also prioritizing all our work. So since we already know what the foundation of PMO is, So how do we actually create value from just working to actually impacting? So one thing about projects is that when we want to create value through projects, we make sure that we have our tasks, we have our work initiatives, we have what we want to achieve from that particular project. Like now, the weather app, the reason why we're actually creating that app is so that people will be able to navigate and they'll be able to know, okay, this is the kind of weather we are going to have today, this is the kind of weather we're not going to have. So there's a clear outcome. So if that weather app is not working, we would know that okay, this weather app is not actually not fulfilling what it ought to. And then we have the products, we have the markets where the solutions. Are we actually providing solutions to what people need? Or we are just creating just because of we just want to create sake. So in making sure that okay, our project is actually something that at the end of the day when it becomes a product, it's going to be the market for the solution. It's actually going to solve a problem. And then how are we actually focused on the consumers, on the customers which are going to be using our products? What are the things that will make it easier for them? How is the weather app we are creating, how is it better than the previous apps? How are we making things better for them? Is it that our own weather app will be giving them a timeline, will be giving them maybe like telling them that oh tomorrow there will be rain with or without their data on. So those are ways we can know that okay, we're actually making impact and we're actually creating impact through from our project to our products and our services. Then moving on to portfolios. So portfolio is basically, as I said before, just the accumulation of all these projects and all these products in order to have aligned investments and priorities with the businesses involved. So what are the things that actually kills value? One thing that kills value is misalignment. If the projects are not really tied to real needs. Like example, I made an example about the weather app. The weather app is actually something someone needs and it's something almost everybody needs. But imagine creating an app where it tells you the color of your shoe. Most people don't need that, and even people that are colorblind have someone that can actually help them identify the colors of their shoe. So that kind of an app is really not something that is very, very important. So we should know that when we are creating projects, we should tie it to the real needs, making sure that it actually solve a real problem. And that's why Google is actually still very significant because it's solving the problem of okay, you can easily ask questions. I can't ask everybody questions, but I can actually just go to Google and actually ask a question and it's going to bring out an answer because it's actually solving my need. The next thing is that the products are not without clear users. We don't have a customer in view when we are creating something. We don't have anybody that okay, let's just do this, let's just create this project. Okay, let me just build a website. Okay, who are the people that visit the website? It doesn't matter. Let me just do it. So if we don't have clear users, if we don't have if we can't identify stakeholders, it is not actually going to bring value, even if we work on it 1,000 times over. The next thing that actually breaks and kills value is when the service does not support the outcome and we can't measure how well the customers are actually benefiting from that service. There's no measurable rate. There's no way we can say that, oh, this person is actually using our product well. This product is actually solving a problem. And then when there are too many low value priorities, when we have a lot of projects, a lot of initiatives, but we have very limited resources. So you would start this one, you will not have the resources to continue. Then you start another one, you not have the resources to continue. You have to drop it, start another one, start another one, start another one. Like that, you have a lot of tasks on your table, but you're actually not creating value in any way. So how do we actually create value? How do we make it work? The first thing is that we are focusing first on our outcome and not just our tasks. It's not about having 20 tasks on your table, but it's actually making sure that you're focusing on what success looks like. Okay, how will I know if I'm actually succeeding? How will I know if I'm failing? How will I know if the weather app is very, very simple. Once the app launches, you are successful. And once the app does not launch, it is failure. Like the outcome is so clear. So you should know the reason and the outcome of each task you are doing, not just creating and doing a lot of tasks. The next thing is to actually have the users in mind when you are building that particular project. Have the stakeholders, engage them, design deliverables that will solve your problem. As I said, if you design anything that is going to solve your problem, that thing is going to always be of value, always. No matter how long it is or how long that thing is, it's going to always be of value. Then the next thing is that we should support with effective services. That means we should create operational capabilities that enable continuous value delivery and improvement. One thing we've noticed about most of this app is that they are always doing their updates, they're always upgrading it. So if there was a point in time when WhatsApp did not have status, and then WhatsApp had status, and then that status you cannot add music to it, but now you can add music to your status, and then there will be another upgrade, maybe you can forward status. They are always leaving impact. There's always continuous value. They're always getting feedback and they're always improving on their products. And that's why it's creating more value because it's always getting better day by day. And then prioritization truly matters. We should actually prioritize the good tasks. We should say no to good ideas so that we can say yes to great one. We shouldn't just do one task, leave it, do another task, leave it. You should make sure that, okay, if I'm actually going to do this task, does it actually matter? Is it actually going to bring outcome? And then we focus on what actually matters and the great tasks ahead of us. So how are we going to start making impact? This is not just about our businesses, but even in our daily lives, we should make sure that we have a mindset that, okay, everywhere I go, whatever it is I do, I want to create value and I want to make impact. So the first one is, as I said, what outcome am I delivering? What are we delivering? We are not just doing tasks, but we are giving out okay results. We have a clear success metrics and failure metrics. Okay, when I'm done with this weather app, for example, what would change? How will it benefit people? How will it make things easier? What exactly is this weather app going to do? And the next thing is that we should know our stakeholders. We should know who the product is for. We should know how does it solve the problem. We can have a weather app that uses a voice app that will tell someone that okay, it's going to rain, just like an alarm, but it is a weather app. Like it is improving. It is actually helping people in a lot of way. And how would they know that it's valuable? If I have a weather app that always tells me that oh, it's going to rain tomorrow without even any internet connection and just bringing that reminder, I would not delete that app no matter what because I know that it's very, very valuable to me. And this is just an example. It spans out to different areas of life, different areas of business, different areas. It's not just about just this organization, but in every area of life, you should make sure that okay, we're always delivering value, we're always making impact in everything we do. And then the third one, which is our service, is that how does it actually improve experience? How does it make things easier? How does it make it faster and better for those who rely on it? How do we improve it? Okay, we've actually created that. What other improvements can we actually make to actually make people more comfortable, to make it better and easier and faster for the people that are using it? And the fourth question is that is it actually worth the effort? Creating this weather app is going to cost resources, it's going to cost time, it's going to cost a lot of things, but is it actually worth it? Should I drop the weather app and create the app that actually sort out colors instead? Which one is actually more? Which one should I actually prioritize? So it's actually very, very important when you have a lot of tasks. You know that okay, this one is it a high priority task? Is it medium? Is it low? The resources is going to take. Is it going to take a lot of resources and deliver little, or is it going to take little resources and deliver a lot? So these are the questions we should ask ourselves whenever we are faced with any task or any deliverable, both in the organization, in our personal lives, in anywhere we find ourselves, knowing that the main goal is actually to create impact in everything we do. So it's not just about being busy, it's actually about being impactful. So the project management office is a value driver. As said here, it is not just the cost center, but it is actually the strategic capability that amplifies return. That means whenever we work on something, we know that okay, we are going to get return on investments, we are going to get a lot of returns on this. It's not just going to give us if we invest one, it's not just going to give us one. We want to invest one and yield 10. We want to invest one and yield 50. So and alignment is everything. You have to make sure that everything we are doing it is aligning with the value we want to create and it is aligning with our success metrics. Because even without it, excellent execution will produce limited resources. We can have a lot of things to do and we can do a lot of things, but the returns it's going to produce will be very, very low. So the summary of everything is the fact that your work contributes to the bigger picture. Every decision you make about priorities, resources and outcomes, it shapes the overall success of the organization. And we should have a mindset that everything we do, we are going to create value. We are going to be someone that is of impact, that we are always going to dispense value in everything we do. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Please, does anyone have any question?